Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Kami akan membentangkan dokumentari solar energy.
Did you know about origin of solar energy? Let's dive into it. Solar energy is basically any kind of energy produced by the sun. It's created in the sun's core through nuclear fusion.
Nuclear fusion happens when hydrogen atoms collide and fuse together to form helium. This process releases an enormous amount of energy.
In fact, the sun fuses about 620 million tons of hydrogen into helium. This energy then released from the sun in the form of waves and particles that flow throughout the solar system, including reaching Earth. This energy provides us with light and heat and the support of life on Earth. The energy, heat, and light travel as electromagnetic radiation,
such as visible light, infrared, heat, and some ultraviolet, UV, rays. In summary, solar energy originates from nuclear fusion in the sun, which powers our entire solar system.
The use of solar power in 7th century BC until 1200 AD. Magnifying glass used to concentrate sunlight to make a fire. The use of burning mirrors to light torch for religious purpose. Second, in 1767 till 1891. The use of solar power in 1767 till 1891. First, in 1839, Edmund Becquerel discovers the photovoltaic effect. Second, in 1873, Wilbur Smith discovered photoconductivity in solid selenium. Third, in 19,000 till 1999, the use of solar power. First, in 19,000 till 1950, early discoveries in photosensitivity and the photoelectric effect. Bell Labs developed the first practical silicon solar cell. Then, in 1960 till 1999, in 1959 till 1970, there is major discussion about the efficiency of solar cells and the reduction of cost in using the solar cell. Then, in 1981, the first solar power aircraft was created. Second, in 1982, the solar power cars. And lastly, in 1986, the solar power plants was created. Lastly, in 2000s, the use of solar power in 2000. First, in 2005, the Energy Policy Act to provide tax incentive and loan guarantees for energy production. Second, in 2011, Sunshot Initiative launched to reduce the total cost of solar energy by 75%. And third, in 2022, the Inflation Act was reduced.
Every day, sunlight brings energy to our planet. But how does a solar panel turn that sunlight into electricity? It all starts with the way solar panels collect and convert energy from the sun. Let's learn the basic mechanism of solar power. What is the sun? It's a giant ball of burning gas, a cosmic powerhouse in the vastness of space. This is our sun, a star made mostly of hydrogen and helium, glowing with incredible energy. Hydrogen makes up 74%, with helium close behind at 24%, creating a nuclear fusion engine that lights up our solar system. From millions of miles away, the sun's light and heat travel through space to reach us here on Earth. Every sunrise, it brings us warmth and light, fueling life itself. How does solar energy work? Each solar panel is made up of many photovoltaic or PV cells. These cells work together to capture sunlight and convert it into usable electricity. When sunlight hits a PV cell, particles of light, called photons, interact with electrons in the silicon material. This interaction gives energy to the electrons, causing them to move and create an electric field within the cell. This flow of electrons generates an electric current. The electricity produced by the PV cells is direct current, or DC. But to power most of our devices and homes, it needs to be converted to alternating current, or AC. An inverter does this job, making the electricity compatible with our everyday appliances and the power grid. Through this process, solar panels collect sunlight and transform it into clean, renewable electricity. This energy can be used immediately or stored in batteries for later use, even when the sun isn't shining.
Advantages and disadvantages.
Renewable energy.
Solar energy is a renewable resource, meaning it will never run out as long as the sun shines, which is expected for billions of years. This makes it a long-term solution for meeting the world's energy needs. Solar energy production does not produce harmful greenhouse gases or pollutants. This helps reduce global warming and air pollution.
Global potential.
The solar industry is labor-intensive in areas such as manufacturing, installation, maintenance, and research. As the solar sector grows, it has the potential to create millions of jobs worldwide, stimulating economic growth. The transition to solar energy represents a massive global investment opportunity. This has attracted investments from both the public and private sectors, with billions of dollars flowing into solar energy technologies.
Solar panels can take up a lot space, especially if want to generate enough electricity to power entire home. Solar panels and the associated wiring take up space. Depending on the number of solar panels needed, finding enough space with adequate exposure can be difficult, especially in less spacious residential areas.
Disposing of solar panels can be problematic. Without proper recycling processes, hazardous materials could enter landfills, leading to long-term environmental damage.
Environmentally friendly. Solar energy systems generate electricity without emitting harmful pollutants, which helps reduce air and water pollution and contributes to a cleaner environment. Additionally, solar energy is a renewable resource, meaning it will not run out as long as the sun shines, making it a sustainable option compared to fossil fuels. By using solar panels, we can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which helps combat climate change and promotes a healthier planet overall. Another major benefit of solar energy is energy independence. Solar power enables individuals, businesses, and even entire communities to generate their own electricity, reducing dependence on external energy sources. While the initial investment in solar panels can be high, the long-term savings on electricity bills can be substantial, making solar energy more cost-effective than traditional energy sources over time. Moreover, solar energy systems provide a reliable source of power, especially in remote areas or during power outages, which enhances energy security and resilience against disruptions. However, solar energy also has some disadvantages. One of the primary drawbacks is the high initial cost. Installing a solar energy system requires a significant upfront investment to purchase and install solar panels and related equipment, which can be a barrier for some individuals or businesses. While maintenance costs for solar panels are generally low, additional equipment like energy storage batteries may require maintenance and eventual replacement, adding to the overall expense. Solar energy is also weather dependent. As the efficiency of solar panels relies on the amount of sunlight they receive, on cloudy or rainy days, energy production can decrease significantly. Additionally, in regions with significant seasonal changes, the amount of energy produced by solar panels can vary throughout the year, with lower output during winter or rainy seasons.
One of the advantages of using solar energy is we can reduce electricity bills. This is because we are using solar energy during night. By generating our own electricity, we can eliminate our electricity bills. The use of solar energy can create new job opportunities. For example, the solar panel needs to be installed, which requires human power to install it. If the solar panel is broken, we need someone to repair it. Therefore, it is proven that the use of solar energy creates jobs for people. One of the disadvantages of using solar energy is that its manufacture that uses land will cause waste if the land is not used properly. If the excess land use is not properly disposed of, it will create pollution. Lastly, the advantage of using solar energy is it causes land use conflict. This is because the use of the construction of areas to install solar energy has destroyed animal habitats, rampant land use, and illegal logging.
Country that use solar energy.
China. China is the largest consumer of solar panel in the world. China has produced 77.8% of the world's solar panels and possessing 393 gigawatts of solar capacity in 2022. According to the International Energy Agency, IEA, China built more solar panels in 2023. China also aims to build 1,200 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030.
India. First up, a report by global energy think tank Ember says India has surpassed Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator in the year 2023.
United States.
The United States is the largest solar cell producer outside of Asia and the second largest consumer of electricity overall. In 2022, United States had over 113 GW of solar capacity installed. Solar capacity in the US surged to 161 GW from around 4.7 million solar PV installations and providing 3.9% of the nation's electricity in 2023.
Japan.
Japan ranks third as a global leader in solar development. Japan fills on innovation including popularizing flexible solar cells and integrating solar panels into public infrastructure. For instance, all new homes in Tokyo built in 2025 will have mandatory solar panels.
Germany.
Germany has met its target of installing 88 gigawatts (GW) of solar capacity by 2024. According to the Economy Ministry, installed solar systems totaled a capacity of over 90 gigawatts by the end of June. By 2030, the government aims for 215 gigawatts of installed solar capacity.
Now we want to talk about our opinion if solar energy is suitable in Malaysia. You know, solar energy is starting to make a lot of sense in Malaysia. The cost of solar panels has been dropping for a while now, and the government is really backing renewable energy. It's becoming a lot more affordable, especially with all the incentives.
Yeah, that's true. And once you have it set up, you save so much on electricity over time. Plus, the maintenance is pretty cheap since solar panels can last for years.
Exactly, and it's good for the environment too, right? It helps reduce carbon emissions, and Malaysia doesn't have to rely so much on importing fossil fuels anymore. It's cleaner and more sustainable.
Definitely. It's also a good way to make the whole power grid more reliable. With solar, Malaysia can get extra energy during the day, and that can help prevent power outages. It's kind of like adding a backup power source.
True, and the cool thing is, you don't need a lot of space for it. Malaysia has all kinds of landscapes, so you can put solar panels on rooftops in cities or even use land in rural areas for bigger solar setups.
Yeah, it's super flexible. And it's also creating jobs, right? Big companies in Malaysia are starting to invest in solar, which could help boost the economy and get us closer to using more renewable energy.
Exactly. With all the sun we get, Malaysia's in a really good spot to make solar energy a big part of the future. It's clean, it's affordable, and it helps the country be more energy independent.